Hey y'all. Good morning, good evening, good afternoon, whatever it might be. I figured you'd be on here, Tabish. I just had an idea. Don't ask me why I thought you'd be here. How you doing today? What's up, Mel's? They only have one checker in there. I got stuck in a long line. Well, it wasn't long, it was just slow. Had that music turned up too high. Thank you, Tabish, by the way. Tabish. I cannot get out of the habit of saying your name wrong. I need to get some caffeine. I had a bad headache this morning. Still got one. I took 4 leaves, so hopefully this caffeine will finish off the headache. I'll pull up my directions. Yeah, for those that don't know, if I just started the stream for the day, I go inside and get my iced tea. Usually, at least my iced tea. I'm trying to get away from those other drinks. What I get, the cappuccino, but I need that caffeine. Get rid of a headache. I have my sunglasses on because it is sunny. Sunny. It says 10:39 ETA, and I need to be there at 11:03. I can stay here and take a couple more sips. Happy Monday. Let's get this week started. The restaurant I'm going to, because of what they do, I'm not going to put their name out there. Because I don't have a problem with them doing it. If a driver shows up to pick up one of their larger orders and they have no equipment, they cancel the driver and self-deploy. They've got their own delivery van. I told them if they got a big order they need done right, they can always request me. The merchant can request a driver through EasyCater. No. You didn't have too much caffeine, you had too much liquid. There wasn't enough caffeine in the liquid, else you wouldn't have to have as much liquid. That's why I get the extreme caffeine French vanilla crappuccino. You driving back to Texas? How was the zoo? And what zoo did you go to? For some reason, I thought you had said it in the chat yesterday morning. Turn right. But it was Lisa had mentioned the Oklahoma City Zoo. Turn right. I don't pour the whole cup with my whole cup with just the extreme caffeine because it doesn't mix enough of the cappuccino mix. You can see the water coming in, so I do half and half with regular French vanilla. Quick Trip used to have these same kind of cappuccino machines, but they had that almond amaretto. And I put just a touch of French vanilla in that. That was my go-to. Come on, go. I hate when I'm trying to take off and this thing will not downshift. I got to cut into traffic moving 60 miles per hour here. But yeah, I love their almond amaretto, but other gas stations had the same exact thing, but they've all switched to different type of machines and stuff. And I don't know what you call that thing. Quick Trip has now that latte machine, like it looks like tappers at a bar for draft beer. Oh, I didn't know there was a zoo in Springfield. Yeah, I woke up, I was sitting trying to hit that nerve in my neck, trying to get rid of the headache, because that's the whole neck stiffened up. I overslept a little too. But for me, I overslept. For other people, I got up just on time for this order. I hit snooze too many times, and then I changed it. It asked me if I wanted to change the silent mode, and that's a silent, when it silences my alarm. I'm like, yes. So I know where the setting is now. Well, not really. I don't know where the setting is. But I clicked the button and it took me to that setting, and I set it to go longer without shutting itself off.
Exit right.
Yeah, this restaurant likes their, well, they're more of an upscale restaurant, and they like their stuff delivered professionally with equipment and their food handled properly. And they get really, really pissed off when a driver shows up with no equipment. They say oftentimes those kind of drivers also want them to help them take it all out to their car. I'm like, now your guys' job's pretty much done. If you have the food ready, your job's done. Like I had Bob Evans yesterday, the first one. I didn't even go in the store, and they were rolling it out to my van, which kind of messed me up on my time because I wasn't expecting that. If I would have known they were going to do that, I would have pulled up in position 5 minutes later. But they had it ready to go. Oh, heck, there's still stuff coming here. That looks like Eric. No, that's not Eric. I don't know who that is. Purr. I don't even know I purred. Well, thanks for the compliment. I've actually made salami pizza. Hard salami. I kind of like it. I've made Polish sausage and sauerkraut pizza. Hell, I made corned beef Reuben pizza. I've made about every kind of pizza. I've experimented a lot. That Reuben pizza, that corned beef Reuben pizza, was tricky to get it to taste like a sandwich, but on a pizza. It was quite good. Took about 10 tries, 10 combinations of ingredients, if I recall right. I don't even remember how I got it right. It was 14, 15 years ago when I did that. I made a really messy one I called it the Shepherd's Pizza Pie. It was like shepherd's pie, but on a pizza. It was messy, but it was pretty freaking good. I can't read what that says. If anybody in the chat wants to explain that, whatever he just asked. I'm driving in traffic. I can't hardly read the really long ones at a glance. And my glasses don't focus right on that text. I got them in driving mode. Come on, air. I swear, I'm so brain dead sometimes. I keep saying I need to research how to fix why the airflow stops when I'm like going up a hill or stepping on the gas kind of hard. It's a Chevy thing. It's not the blower motor resistor. I just replaced that because I had 2 fan levels quit working. That's a blower motor resistor problem. This is not. I researched it like 3 years ago, and I don't remember what in the world it said. But it like diverts power from my blower to somewhere else. I don't know. In Italy, I have no idea what it's like to live in Italy. I've never been to Italy. Oh, no, not me. I'm not Davey 504. Slap the like. The inventor of the bass guitar, Davey 504. If anybody likes some bass guitar, some good bass guitar, check out Davey 504's channel. Dude is wicked, just wicked on a bass guitar. He loves the slap bass too. He loves slap. In his mind, there are no other instruments in a band. All you need is a bass guitar. The way he plays, you can pull it off. Now I'm in the middle of the United States, man. I'm American. Never even, oh no, I take that back. I have been outside of the United States. I was in Canada in 1976 or 7 or something like that on a family vacation for a day. Wherever Niagara Falls is, up there in New York, the other side of Niagara Falls is Canada, and that's where we went. I don't know where that is in Canada. But I was like 6 going on 7. It was in 77. I just don't know how old I was, because I was time of year it is. I think I was only 6, but going on 7. I wasn't old enough to know better to reach into a fountain at a restaurant and grab a handful of change out of it, because I did that in Canada. They had a fountain outside the door when we walked in, and I didn't know any better, and I saw that all those coins in there, and I grabbed a handful and stuck a wet handful of coins in my pocket. Probably didn't amount to much. That was a red light, by the way. I'm stopping at it, and you just passed me. It was very red. America! Oh, here comes the fire department. My light's green. Okay, he's leading the pack. Anybody else coming? Nope, no more emergency vehicles. But I don't want to get stuck at this red light again either. Oh, they got something at this place here. Charlie would like a big, giant Bigfoot. Cut out of sheet steel. I don't know if you call it sheet metal, because it's probably much thicker than sheet metal. Oh, okay, they're making a left. They're out of the way. $15 minutes to get to my pickup. Until I get there, it's not my pickup time though. Of course, I'll be early. I guess I missed the beach when I was in the gas station. That line took too long to check out. Had a woman ahead of me. She was fairly large. I got like 4 different, between fountain drinks and cappuccinos, 4 or 5, I don't know how many. She was too wide for me to see around. I know that's bad, but it's the truth. But she had to set everything down to get in her purse. Oh, now I see the fire truck coming back this way now? Or did it stop way back? I can't tell. I'll know soon. No, I think it's coming up behind us here. That's a tow truck. I think the tow truck's going the wrong way. It has its emergency colors flashing though. The blue and the red. Glad I didn't have my I was under an overpass. Who that in there? What up, Shane? Happy Monday. Trying to get rid of this headache so bad I may have this cappuccino done before I get to the pickup. Yeah, that $25 order I got on my way to the first pickup yesterday, that put me right over 200 for the day for my 2 deliveries. On a Sunday, that's a pretty good Sunday for catering because the weekends are dead here. Well, they're not. They are, if that makes sense. There's catering that goes on, just not much through Easy Cater. Yeah, it's like last week. I had nothing for Saturday, and then I had 2 dinner orders on Sunday, and then this week nothing on Saturday, and I had 2 breakfast orders. Well, I had 1. I just happened to get a second one on my way, which I don't know if that. I would imagine that was probably on the open board for a spell. Nobody wanted it. It is an easy delivery, even though it wasn't tipped high enough. But it was $212 worth of food, going 1.9 miles, right in my area close to home. So yeah, I did it. What the hell is that? Another long one. I can't read that right now. Yeah. No, not Mexico. None of that. I am in the United States of America. I'm gonna be buffering, if I'm not already, when I get up over this hill for well, it depends on the stoplights at the bottom of the hill. Damn, I gotta quit looking at them long chats. It's slowing me down, and I've missed my timing on these stoplights. I'm hitting them red, like right as they're turning red. Yes on 4, no, vote no on 4, vote no on 4. That's going to cost us more money as consumers. I see a sign on the side of the road. Yes on 4. No, vote no on 4. I don't even know if I can vote on that because I'm not in St. Louis County. I don't know if only people in St. Louis County can vote on this thing. I'll find out tomorrow. I got to vote tomorrow. There's a school right around, like literally right around the corner from where I live. That's where I vote. The last presidential election, I went, or no, it was a school election. No, was it president? I don't remember. I went up there and I was back. Give me. Let me know if I'm not buffering anymore. If I don't hear anything, I guess I'm still buffering. Oh my goodness, these long comments. That name's so long, it takes me forever to figure out where the first word of the comment is. Yeah, Third Rome, that's where I'm from. That's like, what up, David? All I got is this one today. And with this headache, I'm fine with that. And Mondays are so bad here, you can't really do anything else. That's why I always hope for a good order on a Monday to get the week started. Because you ain't going to make money on anything else. Yeah, I'm not saying you can't make money on a Monday. It's just not much money, and you're going to spend a lot of time out not making much money. That's why I always took Mondays off. Catering gets me out, though. Mondays and Tuesdays are just on, especially on food apps, are terrible. Now, I did, there was a couple of times I made some good money on Monday on Instacart, back when either they hadn't started the tiers yet or I was Diamond Cart. Yeah, I'm watching these orders that Grind for the Dollar's getting, that he's seeing on his Instacart app, and some of them look similar to what I used to see. But tell me your guys' thoughts. Anybody that does Instacart, he doesn't care if it's a triple or even a quad order, as long as the money's there. Well, if it takes an hour and a half to do $100 order, or I can get, if I was still Diamond Cart, because this is what I used to do, or I can get 3 to 4 smaller orders paying $50 to $60, single orders with very few items from Costco, because I used to do this. I know it. I know it works, but I can do in an hour and a half, 2 hours time, 3 to 4 orders, making $50-$60. I would much rather do that than do just triples and quads. I don't like the triples at all. I will do some doubles if they're small enough, but it's just too easy to screw them up, especially the triples. My app's probably going to make some noise because I don't know if it will or not. I'm literally passing where I'm dropping off at here in just a minute. He's a fast shopper, though. I'll give him that, man. He flies. I don't see him doing all the orders, though. I don't know if he ever has. I just haven't. He usually does those mares, which I guess is a grocery store wherever he lives. And mainly Costco, which is me. I mainly do Costco. But I've also done, when I was on my Instacart game, done some really good Walgreens and CVS. Not many. There's typically not many items on there, and sometimes they were paying just out of this world good for what little I had to do. Walgreens was easier than CVS because CVS can't find anything, and the people that work there don't seem to know where anything is in their own store. Let me know if you've had that same issue. I'll have to catch up with chat when I get to this parking lot at the drive or the pickup. Yeah, I'm not, man. I got a headache. Oh, that's my 30-minute warning. Yeah, I woke up with a bad headache. I've got most.
Exit right, and then keep left.
No, I'm not going that way. Everyone's. It likes to cut me through somebody's neighborhood, and I don't like going that way here. I just go up to the main road that the restaurant's off of, which is the next exit. Yeah, I took 4 leave like 2 hours ago at least. Still got the headache. Now I'm trying to get caffeine in me and hope the caffeine knocks the headache out of me. But if you're not going to feel good, Monday or Tuesday is the best day to do that unless you got a big catering. I don't care if I don't feel good. If I got a good catering, I'm doing it unless I'm just like dying.
In 1 mile, exit right, and then keep left.
Unless I'm literally just can't stop coughing. It's a cold or something. I limit my contact with people. I try and stay away from their germs. Like I was, they call that social distancing. I called it physical distancing because there was nothing social about it. But I've kept my physical distance from people since long before the Rona came out. I don't like people getting close to me. I don't like close talkers. I'm like, whoa, back up, tiger. You're a little too close to my space. You don't need to be a foot from my face to talk to me. I'm not a germaphobe, but I just never
Exit right.
like.
And then
I don't know. It's kind of always been that way. Two ain't bad. I only got this one. They really didn't send. They sent me some smaller ones, much smaller, that were just way too far to drive. I would have been upside down on them. I maybe profited like the card on, and how many he sees. I don't hardly see any, and the ones I do have been, they're the bottom of the barrel. I mean, it would literally, for me to get to become diamond cart level again, it would cost me money in the long run because of all the crappy orders I'd have to take to get there. And it's a lot of orders you'd have to take to get I don't even know how many it is, like 400 or something to get up the diamond cart in that certain amount of time. Yeah, it was better when they didn't have the tier levels. But when they did start them, I was automatically diamond cart because of how many deliveries I'd already done. And I guess the given period of time. So I went right into diamond cart. Myers, does he pronounce it Meyer? Myers? I have no idea. If I saw it, I'd pronounce it Majir. I wouldn't have a clue. I see the letters and I pronounce it the way what letters are. Majir. Going up here to Majirs. Mayor, I don't have a clue. I've never even heard of him.
quarter of a mile, turn left.
Until he said he was going there, and I saw the sign up there on the building, and I'm like, oh, I would never guess that's how it's pronounced. Come on. When I wasn't live streaming, I'd usually get out here a little earlier. There's a Goodwill right up here. I'd go check out and see if there's anything in the thrift store. It's actually right there.
Turn left.
I gotta turn left. It's on the right though. In the Forum Shopping Center. They're a little pricey on some stuff in there, but at Goodwill's, it's hard to find a good deal because they overprice their stuff so high. In fact, but they're pricing stuff so high that there's YouTubers, thrifters out there that do thrift channels that are doing shorts on how expensive Goodwill is, and they're comparing the Goodwill price next to the same product brand new, and the Goodwill price is higher, whatever it is. Yeah, Costco and some Sam's. I would do Sam's too. Yeah, we don't have them here. We don't actually have any grocery stores with great prices here anymore. Like here's a Deerberg's right here. And that was my go-to grocery store when I was younger because it was the closest good grocery store to me that had everything. Anything you probably wanted, you're going to find it at Deerberg's in a grocery store. But they were always more expensive than the other 3 or 4 chains here. Except Straub's. Straub's is like a more expensive version of Deerberg's, and they don't have as much product as Deerberg's. That's just where the more rich, snooty people go and shop. Oh man, they got planter pots right up on the sidewalk where I guess I'm not gonna back into one of those spots today. I got a place I pull down here to kill time. Where's that person going? Oh, she's time in the sun. Turn the GPS off. I'm 23 minutes early. I like this place, but there's sometimes a little bit of a wait. Well, for whatever reason, they got baklava here. And it's common. It's a common thing for people that's getting the catering orders, that's ordering the food. It's a common item for them to get. And for whatever reason, they don't understand they can order a pan of it, a whole sheet pan of it, or whatever. And they order them individually. So it costs them more to order it like that. And it takes the kitchen a whole lot longer because they got to individually slice it, put it in a container, drizzle the sauce over it, put a lid on it. And which, you know, if it's 12 of them, that's not bad. But when it's 80 of them, that's a problem. And I've got 47 items on this. And it could be, it may not be box lunches. It could be like a catering package or two. And 40 baklavas. One of the things I like about Costco, it is a proximity store. You have to be close enough to it, unless it's a terrible order. That's the only time that you'll see a Costco order if you're more than a mile away from it, if even a mile, as if it's just not a good order. Or you're on Uber Eats, which I'd imagine those must not be good orders, and that's why they're on Uber Eats. Because I've been well more than a mile away from a Costco and got orders. Something I wish they would do here for catering is let us back up to the back door of the kitchen. I think it'd be so much easier to pick up our catering orders here. I've been in their kitchen waiting on that baklava, but they're open for business, and this is like a place where you make a reservation. I'm sure you can just go in there, but people make reservations here to eat. It's kind of like a Greek restaurant, obviously, at baklava. Yeah, I see a lot of Instacart people's where there's channels where there's BJs. They do a lot of BJs. I'd never heard of that before gig work. And if it wasn't for me watching YouTube, I probably still never heard of that. They seem like a wholesale store. I don't know if you need if they have a membership there. We got Restaurant Depot here. But typically the orders I've seen on Instacart for Restaurant Depot aren't that good. I've done a couple. Like I had one that paid like $35. I think it was like 5 or 6 miles from the Restaurant Depot, and I was right by it when I got the order. And it was 3 35-pound jugs of deep fat fryer oil for deep fryers at a restaurant. I'm like, hell yeah, I'll do that. And then I had one that wasn't so good because it was a pain in the ass. It was a small restaurant in Clayton, Missouri, which parking is terrible in Clayton. I couldn't roll it in. There were steps, all kinds of crap in the way, and it was a whole lot of cases of soda. Like I had a wagon, I couldn't even use my wagon. And I don't carry many cases at a time because I've got a bad back. And part of the reason I have a bad back because I did stupid shit like that when I was younger, carrying lots of cases of stuff. And I fell on it a lot. Mainly because I fell on it a lot. Now there's some local Instacart Facebook groups here, and I've seen so many people trash talk Costco orders, how they suck. The staff's always rude to them. What up, Pedro? I just got this one. It's a solid order, $110, but it's under tipped. It's a med rep one. It's an easy cater tip. They didn't tip because it's under tipped. It's like $1,110 worth of food with the straight up $100 tip. You know, Pedro, I ran into I was at a Buffalo Wild Wings waiting for an order one day, and I don't know if you know, they do burgers, like smash burgers now. That's the only order I had like this, but they individually pack each burger, so it took them forever. And there was a girl there waiting for another catering order, much smaller, I think. I asked her which company she was picking up for, and she said she's the medical rep, but they won't allow her to tip. So she doesn't want to screw drivers out of a tip like that. So when she does her catering orders, she picks them up herself. I'm like, well, that's cool. Especially since her total, it's not a big order. Her total, I don't mind these when their total goes over $1,000, but I don't like them when they're $1,980 and they don't tip, because then you're basically delivering $2,000 worth of food for $1,000 tip. No, I mean $100 tip. It's the tip on 1,000, not 2,000. And I've done 2 orders. It's been a while. They were $1,999.98. 2 orders. That was a subtotal. Like, shit, throw out a pack of ketchup or something. Get me over that 2,000 so I get that extra Hondo. Yeah, I just let one go not too long ago because it was $1,940 and it was only paying $112, and it was a early breakfast order for Mimi's, and I don't like Mimi's. I let that one go. Hell, you probably saw it. It probably went to you. Probably popped up on your phone. You're probably like, "Oh, hell no!" Man, I had to go to Fairview Heights yesterday morning for a Bob Evans order. 6:51 a.m. pickup. I hate those. That screwed my whole day up because my body's not used to getting up that early. I had zero motivation after I got back home. I thought I was motivated, so I sat down for a minute. And the caffeine started crashing. Oh, I gotta turn. If I can hear this radio, the microphone can hear this radio. I mean, I'm not monetized right now, so it's no big deal, but shoot, I haven't even checked that in a while. Well, I am up to 1,834 subscribers. Whoop, 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 getting closer to that 2,000 mark so I can do a giveaway. I was saying it on here yesterday. For the time being, that like 2,000 subs, I'll do a giveaway. 3,000 subs, I'll do a giveaway. 4,000, up until 10,000. Then I'll have to spread it out, because typically the more subscribers you have, the quicker you're going to get subscribers. And I've never really pushed very hard to get subscribers, except when I was trying to get monetized the first time. Oh, I'm up off Olive. I don't want to say on here because I said something earlier. The place I'm picking up from, if you show up without equipment for a big order, they'll cancel you and they'll deliver it themselves. They got their own delivery Sprinter van right there. I'm looking at it. I'm near Olive and 141, but I'm not on Olive. I'm off Olive. But I don't want to dime them out because they've told me they do that. I told them, if you ever got a big order, you can request a driver through Easy Cater. If it goes out through the platform I deliver from, you can request me. I haven't got any special requests yet, though. It's Greek. I got to pick it up in 14 minutes. I found a shady spot on the parking lot. Trying to get rid of this cappuccino before I go in there. Then I'm going down to St. Luke's Hospital. Yeah, I figured you would. It's not one you see a lot of orders from, though. So I don't know how many they self-deploy themselves. But it's weird. So typically when I see an order from them, I'll see 2 or 3 that week. And then I'll go a month or so without ever seeing them, or 2 months sometimes. It's kind of not fine dining, but it's upscale casual. Because people make reservations and stuff here. Yeah, I figured if I gave you enough clues, you'd know exactly where I was. Or pretty close. I haven't seen that Taziki's Mediterranean Cafe in a while either. I was seeing a bunch of orders from them like about a year ago. I mean, like multiple a week, and then now it's one every month or two, and it's usually not big enough for me to do. But they also self-deploy. They got their own van too. Cappuccino is gone on the iced tea. Hopefully that gets rid of my headache. Down to 12 minutes. What's my drive time? It's going to be pretty short because St. Luke's is right down 141. 7 minutes. What up, Brent? Happy Monday. I just need this headache to go away. I still got it. I can't get the neck to loosen up. Won't crack. Can't get anything. It's all on the right side of the back of my neck. If I get that nerve to pop, everything will be good. I couldn't hit the nerve good this morning. I hit that nerve and I feel the jolt go down my leg. Headache's gone. Like that. I sleep weird. I don't know what I do. I'm going to videotape myself sleeping one of these days to see just what in the hell I do when I'm sleeping. Yeah, if you didn't know, Pedro, I'm giving away a fishing reel and rod combo when I hit 2,000 subscribers. I'd like to have more fishing content, but with our crummy weather, it's either raining or it's too flipping hot for me to go because I'll have a heat stroke. I'll overheat. I won't have a heat stroke. Well, I could, but I'll overheat too quick because I've had a heat stroke. I don't want to have another one. I'm going to park in their handicap. I don't like doing that because there are a lot of old people that come here. I mean, right at opening time, but I think some days they don't open until 4 o'clock. This could be one of those days they don't open until 4. Nope, they open at 11. It's Saturday and Sunday they don't open until 4. I'm just parking this one right here. I'm not there long. I can't park in the regular spots because they got the big planter pots in the way now. And I got to open my back doors, my barn doors. Okay, 10 minutes till pickup. I'll swipe that I've arrived. For those that weren't on here yesterday morning, because I was out pretty early, check the short out of the Air Force fighter jet that I posted from yesterday. I pull in to the Bob Evans in Fairview Heights, Illinois. I drive over, go in front of the Bob Evans, then I get in front of Drury Inn that's right next to it, and I'm backing into my spot, and I look over where I'd just driven by, and there's somebody with like a crew cab dually truck pulling a big long flatbed trailer with a freaking fighter jet on it. I later found out it's not a real jet, it's a trainer. And I even, not on the short, but I was commenting on the live stream yesterday, I'm like, I can't even see where they hooked the wings up to that thing. Because usually if you see a plane of any kind with no wings, you can see where they bolt up to it, and I couldn't see that. That's because there is no place. It's a trainer, but it's still pretty damn cool. I mean, it had the Air Force logos, everything on it, like a real jet, but it was black, jet black. It was jet black, literally and figuratively, but it was really cool. And also, I'd like to know what the guy that's transporting that's getting paid. It was a pretty long flatbed trailer. But the things we see when we're out here doing this kind of work sometimes kind of always amazes me. I just can't believe I didn't see it. And I'm sitting there, and I see a guy coming out, and I'm still in my parking spot because I hadn't pulled up. I went back around the parking lot, shot the short, backed in again over in front of Drury. I saw a guy walking out of Drury heading towards his car with his coffee, and then his head looked down the parking lot and his eyes locked on it, and he did a double take, and he stopped and he walked all the way over to the fighter jet, taking some pictures for himself. I'm like, yeah, I did the same thing. I'm like, what? Wait, what am I looking? What am I seeing over there? What? That was really cool. That guy, Jay Twist Nader Alley Gigs down in Oklahoma, he was, he's got a dash cam. He uploaded this video. You just all of a sudden hear him say, "Oh shit," and 2 freaking geese flew right into the front of his car while he was driving down the road. I only saw it took me a couple watches to see the second one. I told him I was going to download that video and throw some special effects editing into it and make it funnier. Like, oh shit, just show it repeatedly getting hit. Nothing he could do. They literally flew right into the front of his car. My pickup is in about 7 minutes. And it's a 7-minute drive to get down to my drop-off. They're usually fairly on point, but sometimes run a little late if they got to individually package all them baklavas, which is probably going to be the case again. I tell the customers, you know, you can order that, because they've told me this. You can order that in a whole, like, sheet pan. And then you just give one set of tongs, and people can grab one if they want one. And it saves them a lot of time in the kitchen. And I think it's cheaper. Yeah, I've got 27 minutes to get this down there. The St. Luke's can be confusing. And I often just park on the far west side of it and just walk to wherever I need to. Because unless I can park in the main drop-off area in between the like north and south building. But it often, sometimes, kind of like that MOBAB, Missouri Baptist College, always takes me to the wrong freaking door. On the far west side of the building. I know they can set it up. They can literally pin right where it's going. Because that park up in Alton, Illinois, I delivered to, that I drove like 2 miles into the park, drove right up to somebody's pop-up canopy tent for whatever nature hike they had going that I was delivering the Krispy Kremes to. They pinned that location in the middle of the park somewhere, and the GPS took me straight to it. And there's definitely no address there. It's just a random spot they picked that had like some parking around it on gravel because I was on mainly gravel roads back in there. Yeah, and I bet I drove every bit of 2 miles in that park. I had no idea that park was even there. All right, I'm going to get this going. I'll be back. Be back. I need to worry about locking it out here. Will take my wallet with me, though. The reason I always leave my wallet is the chiropractor told me not to sit on my wallet. So I quit sitting on my wallet a long time ago. Because if you look, it's not exactly like, here's my key compared to the wallet. It's with all these literally look at all these gig cards. A lot of these are gig app cards, and I don't have them all in here. If I put all the gig app cards in this wallet, I couldn't. It would fold like this. I wouldn't even be able to get it folded. And I got a large card capacity now. I bought another wallet before this one with the capacity to hold every card I had. I couldn't fold it. I don't even know where that wallet went. I think I threw it away. Oh shoot. Got the Bob Evans crap in here. That took a little longer than I wanted, but it's all good. It's all good. Who we got still on here? I swear, I don't usually have a lot of people, and I lose half of what's here every time I go in to pick up or drop something off. It's not hot today, but I'm feeling the heat already. Complete that pickup, 11:13. My pickup time, it's 10 minutes after pickup time. Let's get this money.
Let's get started. Drive safe.
It says I'll be there 10 minutes early, so that gives me time to get in the hospital. I need a drink. Yeah, it's 222. I think 221's on the left. There has been a few times too I've went into the wrong building. It's never my fault. It's whoever orders the food, or if they've been there, like the rep's been there before, and the address and all that info is saved in the app. They just reuse it, but that's going to a different department, different building. I still can't. That guy at Missouri Baptist College, I had I don't know, 32 Dewey's pizzas, and he shows up to the west entrance where I was, because it was a no setup. He shows up with just himself, no cart, no nothing, and Dewey's pizzas are like 18, 19 inch boxes. So I had it all packed on a cart, and we had to go all the way to the east entrance, the opposite side of the building, out those doors, over to the parking garage, make a right in there, find the elevators, and go up to the second or third floor. There's apparently levels above that, and deliver it there. I'm like, Jesus. They don't meet you with a cart. That wasn't a very big order, but still, that was their cart. A wheelchair. That happened down at Barnes Jewish BJC downtown. Well, not downtown, but Central West End, at their the south side of the building entrance there. I remember it's like, oh, I didn't know it was this big. I'm like, well, it's catering. It's not freaking a DoorDash from McDonald's. Headaches eased up a little bit. Not enough, though. My neck is still real stiff. I do neck stretches, all kinds of stuff in the morning, too, to help stop this crap from happening. I guess I lost everybody. Everybody? Everybody. I face planted on my desk yesterday, sitting there. My head just started going down because I was tired. I've been up since 2:50 in the morning, and right after my head went down, I heard a knock at the door. I'm like, was that a knock at the door? And then I heard it again. I'm like, yeah, it's a knock at the door. It was a neighbor of mine brought over one of those pole saws for getting those high up branches in your tree. He heard me mention I was looking for one of those. No, I wasn't looking for one of those. I want a pole saw with a chainsaw on it, not a manual blade. I mean, I appreciate it, the kindness and all, but no, I need a chainsaw. And this blade's so rusty, I don't even know if it'll cut. I'm going to look into see how I can sharpen it. If there's a way, I may have a file that I can sharpen it with. Because I got one of my maple trees, there's a big branch comes off of it. It's pretty much dead. Most of it's dead, but most of the tree's alive. I don't want to cut the whole tree down. These Facebook groups I'm on, every single one I've started doing this, they keep wanting me to add me to their messenger chat. I don't want anything to do with messenger chat. So any of them that do that to me, well, I don't decline just yet. I'll have to wait until I get home. But write the name down so I don't forget. I'm gonna find their channel and I unfollow them. I quit following them. If they're sending me that crap, I don't follow them any longer. Like these mini house barn dominiums and stuff like that. Turn left. It wants me to go in. Shit. Wants me to go. It's actually taking me to that side. The directions earlier had me going up there. This is where it's gonna send me to the far west side of the building. Yeah, I've just been unfollowing them from them. And I don't know how to get the word out there. If you hit me up on Messenger to join a chat group, I unfollow you. I typically don't unfollow people. I don't do it. I don't unsubscribe on YouTube. Whatever. It is what it is. I just don't do it. But if I do not like.
You have reached
do not. I'm not going in this side of the hospital. There's nowhere to park. Yeah, I do not like those messenger groups. There's a point of too much social media. You follow me, you smell what I'm cooking, and that's putting it too much. I'm gonna go in this entrance, and there's nothing in my way. That's one thing about knowing this hospital. It's a different address, but it all connects. And I just went from nowhere to park to every spot. Well, it's a fire lane, but I just, put on hazards. Mel's is still here. Mary Mel's. I need to get some AC before I go in there. For low humidity, it's pretty humid here. God, I wish this neck would crack and zap that damn nerve. I get that nerve to pop, boy, everything goes away and I'll be feeling good. I'll be feeling bad, I'll be feeling good. I have arrived at the delivery. I confirm that. I'll be back. Girl, I like to make you sweat. Hey, they got a waterfall. I don't know if you'll be able to see that. I'll turn that. Maybe you can see it while I'm in there. Damn it. Got to pinch my pinky. Oh shit, the phone is overheating. I didn't have the window down one bit. Let's get this cool air rolling. Sorry about that, that took me a while. Now it's gonna do this denied access crap again. I went to the wrong tower. I figured. The address is one, but it's the suite number is for the other tower. It's a second hand from a Swatch watch. I hope somebody's here. I'm sweating my booty off. Oh, speaking of booty, look in that mirror again. Where'd that go? Dang. What up, Night Watcher? If you're here, I'm getting the hell out of here. This AC needs to blast the back of this phone. I didn't think it was going to be too hot today for my phone, but it is. I need to run it. I need to hook up a second battery in this van and run a dual battery system so I can have some accessories that run off that secondary battery so it doesn't kill my main battery, but that's a lot of work. I got to get a battery oscillator, and I'm going to block the road right. I'm going to put the hazards back on for a minute. I am in the shade, and I'm going to stay in the shade right here for a minute. And yeah, my roof is cooking. Let that cool down. When it's cool to the touch, I'm going to continue forward. That's going to get my AC dropped down too. I was just watching another thing with a secondary battery. I'm in the middle of watching a video they're installing on a, probably, I don't know if it's a 74 or what, but it's an old Riviera. It's not an AC car. It did not come with air conditioning. And I can't believe it's from Washington, the state. And it has like barely any rust. Body is not rusty, no surface rust. I can't believe it. Because of that, it's a moisture environment, like moisture than an oyster. Isn't that Steve Rideshare Rodeo's favorite word? Moist. Moisten that shit. Anyway, squirrel. They're installing a all electric market air conditioning unit, meaning no belts, nothing. It's not tied to the motor. It's just hooked to a battery. And I don't know that they're going to use a secondary battery, but what I'm thinking is when I'm inside dropping off, I can leave that AC running because the motor doesn't have to be running at all on the vehicle. And if it's running off a secondary battery, I don't have to worry about it draining the battery that starts the dang van. But it's $392 for the AC kit, which honestly is not bad. If I bought a compressor kit for this and everything to replace all my stuff, I'm sure it's gonna run me like almost $500 for everything. And where I could find a place for the compressor that comes with this kit. I could figure out a way. I'd have to put it on the passenger side down underneath there, the actual thing that blows that you can actually vent it out too. I could actually probably tap it into these vents of the van that are here. Disable, unhook the original AC unit. In fact, if I remove the original AC unit completely, that compressor would bolt in where my existing compressor is, and it comes with plenty of hose and everything. I saw the kit. It's a little overkill. It's slowly cooling down. I can touch it now without it burning. But then use the duct work that's already here, but I don't think you could hook it up to your climate controls that are existing here. That would be a problem. But the guy found out after he was getting it out of the box and reading some directions that it's actually a heater too. He didn't know that. He thought it was just AC. I'm just dreaming. I'll never do that. But I have, if I get an old classic car or hot rod or something, I want AC. And I know they make that vintage air that you can hook up to. It's aftermarket air conditioning, but I think vintage air runs off the system. But I could increase the gas mileage if I took that AC off. You get a belt where you delete. That's what it's called, AC delete. You just don't use the AC anymore on a car, and you get a smaller belt. So your drive belt, your serpentine belt's not using extra. Did that and put dual exhaust on this thing, it might get me up to 17 miles per gallon. Yeah, I went to the wrong building, met the rep, and I think I may have seen this rep before. I don't know, but she was quite shocked. She said she's usually got to rearrange everything, and I had a good flow, and I'm like, well, that's what I do. I like setting up a good flow for the customers or for the guests, whatever you want to call them, that are going to be eating the food, so they just go straight through the line. Things aren't out of order. I try and put things how you would pile it on your plate, except I had such a small table here, and oh shoot, I don't think I took a final picture. I'm pretty sure I didn't. Oh well, I took up a picture of it in my bags on my wagon because I had to go from the tower over here to the tower over there. Like I said when I was getting here, they're all connected. Roof is cool. All right, I'm turning the hazards off and I'm going. I wish it was Tuesday. I'd go get some sushi. I get that smoked sausage they do there too. I try and find them. If it's the whole one, the whole like Polish sausage looking thing, they're $8, but sometimes they'll have $1 off if it's been there a day too long. And the half ones, they'll have a 50-cent off on them, and that's what I got the last time. I just got a half one, but they're $3.99, but $2.99 with $3.49 with the 50 cents off. But I try and find the whole one, or if I find the half ones, I try and find. They never cut them even. I try to find a bigger half, get more for my money, and that's I'll eat an order of sushi, and half a sausage. That's my lunch. And I'll do it the next day too. I'll eat the other half of sausage and I'll eat the sushi. Because that's $6 sushi Tuesdays there. Screw the tacos. I'm on a budget. Tacos are too expensive these days. I am going to swing by Costco and I'm under a half a tank. Just a little under a half, but I need gas. And the way home puts me right by the West County Costco. And I was debating going to do some thrifting today. I haven't done any in quite a while, especially out here. My head is starting to feel better, obviously. Well, you wouldn't know, I know. The caffeine's helping. Nope, nobody's chatting, that's all. I was thinking my chat might be froze, but there's probably like nobody on. It says there's 5 people on here, but that could mean 20 or 0. $1,264, okay. The way it looks right now, I'll probably be out about 10 o'clock tomorrow. Probably starting a live stream about 10:05. Going in, getting my drinks. Or drink. I got to go buy Dollar. It's gonna be my Tuesday ritual. Dollar Tree and $6 sushi. I may get one getting shrimp, but I'll eat the tuna the first day, and then the next day I'll have the shrimp because the tuna's raw. Shrimp's cooked. I gotta check my mileage. Oh shit. There we go. I gotta look at my mileage and see. I don't think I'm due for an oil change yet. I'll get it done at Walmart again, my oil change, but I'm gonna see the oil I wanted last time, they were out of it. So we checked a different oil, they were out of it. I'm like, how can you be a place that does oil changes like this and be out of at most of your freaking oils? But they carry it inside in the five quart containers and quarts. So I don't understand how they can be out of it out in the shop when they got it on the shelf inside. I'm going to find out if I can get it off the shelf inside and have them put it in there and get the whole 5 quarts. Because you pay for up to 5 quarts on their basic oil change, whatever type of oil you get. But the van calls for 4.5 quarts. It runs better on 5 quarts. And it's like pulling teeth to get these oil change places to put the full 5 quarts in there. Even when I went to Express Lube up the street, I bought the oil, and the last time I went there, the guy had me put the last half. It's gonna buffer. As soon as I get past this next stop, I got a 5G. What? That's crazy. I had a full 5G for a second. Now it's full LTE. If you've ever priced tires at Costco, they seem kind of high. What I found out, it's one of the best places to buy tires because they're going to be a decent brand tire, and that price they give you, it includes the roadside hazard, this and all that, the valve whatever. Whereas when you look at the prices at like Discount Tire, Walmart, all over the place, it doesn't include any of that. All you're seeing is the base price for the tire. That's why like Discount Tire, I bought 2 tires for like $96 a piece and spent $300 on 2 tires after mounting, balance, this, that, all the fees that they add up. Where I can't believe that. What is this on deliver that? Nothing. $7.20. That's what what is it? Lee's Famous Recipe Chicken Catering. Never even seen a Lee's order. We're gonna ignore that. Deliver that. Full of jokes. Always. I don't even know how they're still surviving. Probably from their Wagmans partnership. Deliver that. If you're listening to this live stream or any of my stuff, if you happen to stumble across this, you know, I used to be one of your best drivers in St. Louis, but you never gave me the credit for that. Instead, you gave me quite the opposite. You gave me to run around. You made me pay for a motor vehicle report twice. You literally took me out of all markets here and tried to tell me that I was in the markets until I demanded that I saw it on my app because everybody else could see their market. And then lo and behold, all of a sudden I'm in the St. Louis market where it said nothing. For such a low volume market, I did 250 deliveries for them in such a short period of time. Bet nobody else did. All tip pool, except the ones they shystered me on where I didn't know that it was a tip pool, or that it wasn't a tip pull. That was a Brio Italian grill. I didn't realize until after I accepted it, it wasn't a tip pull. And Joya's Deli. And I got ripped off and robbed on both of those. I even told them that. I told the deliverer that. I go, listen, I'm a Emerald Elite tier driver on your competition for a reason. Easy Cater reached out to deliver that on my behalf, trying to get me to be an elite driver in this market. And all they did was get pissed off at me for it. Basically gave me an ass chewing. Deliver that did. I'm like, hey, you want to hear feedback? You say you claim you want to hear feedback on a driver to get them to that elite level, something above and beyond. Freaking Easy Cater, who gives you the orders I deliver, reached out to you. Because Easy Cater knew all the deliveries I had made, not just would deliver that. Never a complaint. I had one complaint, but it was to me by a rep. And I've delivered to the same rep several times, but I beat her. I was getting there too early, but I was just getting there. It was a hospital complex. I wasn't even near where I had to get to because she wasn't there yet. And she's a good tipper. That's why you see that rep. Shit, is there a fly in here? Ah, damn it. Yeah, but she ended up beating me to where I needed the room where I needed to deliver to. So she grabbed at me a little bit, but she was fine in the end because I didn't finish that order till the final drop-off time. And there was no final drop-off. There was just one drop-off time back then. But, I mean, it's a hospital complex. It takes a while to get there. I was debating running in here and grabbing a hot dog from Costco because I haven't done that in a while. I would have to end the stream for sure if I did that. I am going to pull in this one. Oh, that lady's just finishing her pump. Good, good. Wonder what I'm going to be paying for fuel today. This one will be probably a little more expensive than the other one I like to go to, but less expensive than the one closest to my house. But it's the most convenient one to me today because it's literally on my way back out to my area. Deliver that. I just shake my head when I hear their name now. I took so many deliveries I was upside down on for them. Just to rack up numbers. Is that lady just finishing up? Yep. So is the person ahead of me going to get out or wait? Does she have patience? She has patience. Good. So often people just get to the first open pump, get out, and the car ahead of them is literally pulling out. Then somebody goes around and backs in and makes it really difficult for everybody to get around them, or you just wait. Just wait. I'll be right back. I'm going to get some fuel in the shade. I guess I'll take those out so that doesn't bother you. $3.49 a gallon. It went down. What's gas in your market? That is for regular. I get regular in the van. If I am in the truck, which is never, that takes premium. But I kind of need to run the truck up to a car wash and then I need to go get some gas in it. It's getting down to about a quarter of a tank, and I need to get some new fuel in there. That's old fuel. Still runs good on it though. But it's got that Costco premium in it, that's why. I may have to put some additive in it. Yeah, it's like 25 cents cheaper than when I got it. It was like 3 or 4 days ago. Anybody got any catering today? I know me and Pedro did, and David, veteran dasher, he had 2 at lunchtime. I just had the 1. Hopefully I'll have more than 1 tomorrow. I think tomorrow's going to be a decent day. It's got a feeling. I just hope it's not spread out too far, and I hope there's no breakfast orders. They throw me out of whack for 2-3 days. Oh, it's going to stop. I'm at $53. Looks like $59.55 for basically 17 gallons. It's about right on the money. All right, at $3.49 a gallon. I think I'm going to sign up on the Fetch app and see if I can see what oh shit. Fucking people trying to go around you. Only one way out of there, you dipshit. Cut right into me. People are impatient. Patience is a virtue. I'm going to do it right now. Pull up the Play Store. No, I don't want to install ChatGPT. I have SuperGrok. I saw an ad. Somebody was scanning gas. Oh, shit. I hate when I do that because it takes 30 freaking deliveries to get it back up to 100. And that'll drop you to a 99 on the completion rate for the overall score. Oh, apparently I have the Fetch app. I guess I never deleted it. Log in. I don't really know. I got an idea what email address I would have used for that back then. I guess I didn't. freaking, it's asking gender. Female, male, non-binary. My gender isn't listed. Prefer not to say. I'm a freaking male. There's only 2 genders. No, I don't want notifications. I'm already signed up to this app. Apparently I used the wrong email address to sign in. Alright, I'm going to snap this receipt. I don't remember if noisy little app. I don't know if it was Fetch. It was different brands gave you more points. Oh, that's annoying. Claim 500. What does that mean, 500 points? Okay, I'll watch this ad for another 25 points. I'm going to spare you guys and turn down the volume though. But I'm going to grab this Costco receipt from the other day. Because it was for, that's not the one I want. Well, the one that was like $90 freaking dollars. That's not it. That one's $55.60. I'd have to go through the damn box. I just shove them in the hole back here. You might have points waiting. Connect your Costco account and we'll fetch your digital receipts. I don't know how to even connect my, I don't have the Costco app. I can believe it or not, I've never downloaded it. Is anybody on here? There's been no chatter for, I haven't seen anything new since I was pulling up to the hospital, it looks like. I'll have to do that later. I don't know my log on information to Costco. I do have an account that I can log on at home, but my computer remembers all that. Okay, I've got 525 points. It looks like you purchased stuff on here. I don't know how this fetch works. I'd rather have one that gives me like gift cards and stuff. To like Costco, that would be great. Turn it into gas. I don't see much for 525 points though. Holy crap, you can get a frickin' laptop on here? 23,000 points, but great googly moogly. Alright, well, let's scan this $55 one and see what I get. I know some of these limit how many you can do a month. Oh, now that only gave me 200 points. I'll claim my 2 others, or my 200. I'm going to scan this one for 2178. That gave me 100 points. Let's scan this one for $7.37. That gave me 50 points. Let's see what else I got right here. That's 27.66. But that's the one I just did. And for if anybody's just tuning in, I saw an ad for this Fetch app, which I already had. I haven't logged onto it in a long time. That you could scan your gas receipts and get points. So that's what I'm trying to do here. Because I have a heap of Costco fuel receipts. That one only gave me 25 points. That was only 27.66. Let me find another receipt here that might have a higher dollar amount. This one's 57. I just did that one. It was like 80 something. There it is. That's the one I was looking for. We'll do that one next. 83.29. See what this one gives me. If it gives me more than 500, that'd be great. I hate getting my gas tank that low, but if I get more points on this when I have a larger receipt, I may do that more often and because if I get a free laptop, that'd be awesome. Well, it wouldn't be free, it'd be off my points that I spent a lot of money on gas to get. And this is less than a week ago, this receipt. Let's see what that gave me. Okay, they throttle it down. That only gave me 25 points. That put me up. I'm at 925 points now. I'm going to scan another one here. And I know it's not factoring in the total. It didn't somehow scan the total. There, it got it that time. Yeah, I think it was like 30 or 35 receipts was your limit on one of these. I was doing this because I was doing all those Instacart shops. And I found out certain brand names like Pepsi, or I think it's Sabra's hummus, that popular hummus brand, gave you a lot more points. And I don't remember which app that was on. But I may get with Grok later and see what I can find out to maximize points on the Fetch app. See what else is out there. Because, I mean, 23,000 points will get you a HP OmniBook 5. Let me click on that and see what that is. Let me plug this phone in, otherwise it's going to suck the life out of my battery fast. And I hope somebody's listening to me, because nobody's chatting. HP OmniBook 5. Shoppers must purchase through the Shop Now button below. Earn 40 points per dollar at HP regardless of transaction amount. Except exclusions. Points will not be awarded immediately. Points will be credited when the return window closes, sometime sooner. No receipt necessary. The merchant notifies Fetch. Valid on receipts dated and snapped between August 3rd and August 5th while offers active. So you'd have to submit enough receipts in like a 3-day period to total that much. See, I don't know how this works. God, quit with the pop-ups. I hate pop-ups. Close. I'm hitting the X button. Close. Get off my phone. I'm not submitting my name and info to that. Get off my phone. I just want to see what I actually clicked on. OmniBook 5. Where's that at? I want to see the details on an OmniBook 5. Oh, well, that's something I'll look at and further investigate later. 70. Oh, you know what? If I'm getting this correctly, you get 23,000 points for buying that laptop, not use 23,000 points to get that laptop. Because right next to it says sign up and deliver with Uber Eats and get 75,000 points. Sign up and deliver with Uber Eats, online only, 75,000 points. What if you're already on Uber Eats? Can I still get the 75,000 points? Oh, nope. First time Uber Eats drivers must tap the button. But there's a referral. It asked me if I had a referral code when I just signed up, and I do not. See, I want to know what I can do with my points, not what things I have to purchase to get points. Looks like Sunsweet dried fruit at Walmart gives you 1,000 points. Be Love products, whatever that is, some kind of drink. Crunchmaster crackers. I like them, but man, they're hard on your teeth. They sell those at Costco. Shoot, you get a box of those at Costco, that's 2,100 points. Pet Armor brand, 5,500 points. Wow. What's in here that I actually purchase? I'm not going to buy stuff that I normally wouldn't buy just to get points. Slice. They even make Slice anymore? But it's got it in here. De Kuyper liqueur. That's the same stuff I just looked at. Alright, that's good for me. We'll know in about 5 minutes if I get a big van order for tomorrow. Damn it. Let me get back over to the Moneymaker app. There is a nice looking Volkswagen Bug over here. I couldn't tell you what year because they all looked the same back then, except for the back window was different on some, but other than that, I could never, like the 60s, 70s, they all look pretty much the same to me. Not a big difference. But it's black, no rust. Looks like the interior is good because I can see through. I can't see the headliner. They're usually pretty good about the headliner staying up, but they're not fabric. It's kind of like my Volkswagen Scirocco. It wasn't a fabric headliner. It was, I don't know what you call it, what the material was. That thing is clean. Windows are down though. Probably no AC. I don't even know if they had AC in Volkswagen Bugs. That would be something that electric AC I was talking about would be a perfect candidate for, but at the same time there's not a lot of room in those, but I bet you could put the blower unit with the 4 vent outlets for the back seat area of a Volkswagen Bug. You can vent it to where, I don't know. Okay, you don't have a stop sign, but people stop there. Right here, there's no stop sign right here, but people always stop there and wave people to go. And I'm like, hey, you don't have a stop sign, you have the right of way. Everybody else has a stop sign. But this is West County, and a lot of times these people don't much pay attention to who's got the right of way or not. They're entitled and snooty, do what they want. Yeah, it's getting warm, and I did not turn my AC up in my living room at home. I have it set kind of high to kind of save on the electric bill a little bit, since my last electric bill was $285. I don't feel bad because my neighbors was like $350, and they've got central air, but they're in and out of their door a lot more, and there's multiple people that live in there, older couple, and I think 2 of their sons live there that are grown. They have jobs, and I do see a window unit in one of the rooms. I guess it's the bedroom. They got it painted black. It makes no sense to me why they would paint that black. And the window's all blacked out, so that just absorbs. That gets really hot. You want your window unit to stay as cool as possible. Shade it if you can. Put an awning over it, and it'll run better and keep you cooler inside. And hit it with a hose once in a while. Unfortunately, I don't have a hose. Yeah, I just talked to the guy at John's name. I talked to his wife a couple days ago because Amazon had put a gift or a package on my porch that went to them, but it had my address. I didn't pay attention to the name, and I'm like, what the hell did I order from Amazon? I don't remember. And it was some kind of book, like a really, really hardback comic book of some sort, because I opened it and I'm like, what the hell is this? I didn't order this. And I looked and I saw a name on it, but it's still my address. So I'm like, I don't know the neighbor's last name, but that was his first name on there. But I get stuff once in a while for the people that used to live at that address. So that's why I was on the fence. Like, is this one of the neighbors, or is it somebody that used to live here? For whatever reason, they sent it to that address, and they haven't lived there in a long time. I got to get my mailbox when I get home. I hardly ever check my mail, but I need to get my monthly statement for my pad rent in the trailer park, because it was $768, and it should only be about $702. And I got to see what the hell they're basically charging me an extra $50-$60 for. Always pencil whipping us out of money. Oh, they won't notice an extra $50-$60 on their bill. Hell no, we won't. These days, yeah, you notice an extra $50-$60, and there's no bill on there in any part of my bill that I've used. I could say my water went up a little bit, but not that much, because I'm maintaining that fish tank now. But not enough to go up $60. They charged me an extra $50 last month because they changed the last. I always pay on the last day you can pay, which is the 5th. I typically have the money on the 1st, which I paid on the 1st this time to get around that. But I got an email that said the latest you could pay is the 4th, I want to say, in the email I saw. And I'm like, oh, well, hell, I just paid it. That's why it was up $50 higher. They jacked me out of $50 by changing that date. But I didn't know. I didn't know for sure if it had something to do with the 4th of July weekend or not, too. I don't know why that would cut me a day short, but just irritating. Everybody trying to milk you for every penny they can get, and more. No jumbo orders for tomorrow for the van. Just for all those people out there that think since they opened that tier level that everybody with a van's getting loaded with great orders every day. We aren't. Chris Barnes even told me in my market I probably won't ever see any of them. I wouldn't mind getting them as long as they weren't splits. even that, it was like almost $5,900 worth of KFC. That entire order would have fit in my van. In fact, if it was just a split in me and one other driver, I would have recommended, why don't we just load it all in the van and you ride with me and I'll bring you back to the restaurant to get your car. Or follow me, I don't care. Sometimes it's easier to load it all in one vehicle. Especially when you got the room that I do. I didn't even have that recliner back here then. Yeah, it would have fit with no problem. 60% of that order fit. I had to use my dolly on that one, but even the dolly didn't work very well. The wagon was what worked the best. That wagon, I'm a firm believer in the collapsible wagons, preferably the one from Costco, because I've used one from Walmart and I didn't like it. It was kind of, you just tell it was cheap. The one at Costco works a lot better. I want to get some new wheels for it, especially ones that don't squeak. The more weight I put on it, the more it squeaks, and I've lubed it. I'll spray some stuff on it. I was thinking about taking one of the wheels off, and damn, I just about hit a pigeon. Got real close, and then the third one I hit if I would have hit it. I need to go up here. I need to remember this one. Go up here, check this area out, and see if I can get down to the Merrimack and fish. And Merrimack's up. Damn, it was just getting all the way down to normal level. But that rain we just had brought it back up, so we can't fish in the Merrimack. Not from the bank. If I had a boat, maybe. But that freaking water's like milky turd brown right now. I don't like fishing in that dirty water. I like it to get a little clear. I don't think my damn chat's working a bit. If anybody's chatting and I'm not responding, I don't see any new chat. And the phone was overheating when I came out of the hospital. And I always fear that something happens with the stream after that. Hell, I don't know if I'm even live. It says I am. I got it to downshift. I'm going to try and remember when I get inside to research what I can do to get this, get my vents to quit dropping the airflow when I'm going up a hill. I don't know if there is a fix for it. I don't remember. It's been a long time since I researched it. Hey, Shane's here. Okay, it's working. I haven't seen any chat activity since I was at the hospital doing my drop-off. I've just been rambling away, though. You know me. I'll keep you entertained whether you're talking or not. I don't know if you're entertained, but maybe. I don't know. I wish they had the restaurants and everything where I cut through here. That they have the next stoplight down. Because I could go for some. I should have just went down there. I'm in the mood for some fries from Burger King and some chicken nuggets. I need to get that AC kicked up in my living room. The room will get too warm and my fish tank water starts to warm up. I like to keep it around 73, 74 degrees in the fish tank. But when the room's too hot, that water starts to warm up. My heater's tuned to keep it right about 73 degrees in the fish tank heater. Get that money. Yeah, when I see like hundreds of people on someone else's GigTuber live stream, they're real chatty. A lot of chat going on, which is good. It really helps the live stream and the YouTube algorithm. But what are the people doing that's on there? Because they're watching somebody else working. What are they doing? What's all them people doing that's on there chatting constantly, nonstop? Are they all out working? Or are they just sitting there not working, not making any money, watching somebody else make money? I mean, that's what I chalk it up to a lot, is people are on here and not chatting. It's because they're working. Now, like when I was on Grind for the Dollars on Saturday, or what, I think I had it was the day I didn't have a delivery till like 3:47 in the evening, so I didn't have to run out the door at lunchtime and work. Because once I get out here, I'm on a live stream or I'm on a Discord. I'm not watching. I don't like watching YouTube from my phone. I used to, but it's so different than using YouTube on my computer. I am going to look into this Fetch app, though, a little further today. Because I thought it was telling me I could get a freaking laptop for 23,000 points. But you get 23,000 points for buying that laptop. I'm not going to buy one. I want to get one. Yeah, I mean, that delivering IRL, there's over 300 people watching him out there doing DoorDash. What are they doing? I could understand if there's that many people on there and there's hardly any chat because they're all out working, but the chat's a moving. Oh, the AC's kicking ass now. Well, probably not now. I'm going up a hill. Yep, there it goes. Airflow's dropping down. I can feel it on my feet now. Is that a dead animal in the road? What the hell is that? Cardboard. It's cardboard, not a dead animal. Yeah, I had a Bob Evans box from yesterday's order that I forgot to take out of the van this morning. I remembered it this morning before I walked outside, but forgot about it by the time I got out there. I even paused when I set my cups down on my table out there to throw my trash from inside away. I'm like, is there something else I wanted to do? Nah, I don't know. I'll just get in the van and go. Yeah, that was it. I wanted to get that Bob Evans box out of here. Unfortunately, I can't reuse those boxes for my bags. They fit in my bags. I got to cut the tabs off the top. They fit in my bags, but they're a little too snug to fit other stuff in there sometimes. I mean, half and full pans fit in there, but those like sandwich boxes I get that are like catering size bag dimensions and they're like 6 to 8 inches deep, those don't fit in the Bob Evans boxes, but the Bonefish Grill boxes, they do. Most of them do. I think, well, I don't have to worry about Red Robin because I never see them anymore. Theirs, I had to pull the boxes out of my bags to get their boxes in there, their catering boxes. And I could get, I want to say I get at least 3, maybe 4 of the Red Robins because they're not as tall. Well, I got subscribe goals 2,000. You get something free. I have noticed on like Necro has been doing a live stream, and I think I saw Dino doing it. Some kind of game. There's got like avatars bouncing around. I look at the names on the avatars, and it's people that's in the chat. I don't know what that is. But apparently it keeps some interaction going with nothing going on the actual live. I'll see people up there on the panel, 2-3 people, and nobody's saying a damn word. But these avatars are bouncing around. I don't know what that is. I was hoping Necro would pop on today because I was going to ask him if you know Necro Getting Bags is. Used to be originally Necromancer. I used to call him Necro Stealing Bags. My brother from a Transylvanian mother, Alex is his name. .50 right there. Just keep on keeping on. Stay there. There's a 90-degree turn right there, and there's a church parking lot, and the Jefferson County Police like to sit in that right there all the time. I can't possibly see someone speeding right there. It's a 90-degree turn. Okay, nothing. I got to turn down this road to vote tomorrow, but I see a couple politician signs, but I don't see anything about voting tomorrow. They'll probably have something up tomorrow. Vote today. I think it's just the primary voting, though. Oh yeah, you kids keep on flying down this road. Now that's what the cop can get. These underage, they're under 16 flying down this road on I think they were electric. They look like mini bikes, but with kind of like mini motorcycles, not really a mini bike. With those fat tires, they just look like a mini motorcycle, but they're e-bikes. They had helmets on, but they were cruising. And I know the cops have been cracking down on some of those. They're not allowed to ride them in my trailer park now, or hoverboards, or golf carts, or gas or electric e-bikes, mini bikes. I don't remember what else. And I was kind of shocked about the golf cart because I don't really see any golf carts in this neighborhood. There might be some, but I don't see them. Yeah, if anybody knows what that game is that he's been doing on his live stream recently, let me know. Either now or after I end the stream, put it in the comments. I do check this. Now that I know, for the longest time, I didn't know where to check to see if I had any new comments. Besides going to the actual video itself and going to the comments. Now I do. Well, I have for quite a while now. But for years, I didn't. Had no idea. It took me a long time to go through all those comments from over the years. So they don't pop up. I think they pop up if, hey kitty. Kitty cat watch me. Never waves back. I'll wave at him, but he never waves back. Yeah, people tag me in one of their videos. There's also a way I can find that. Because I don't exactly get a notification for it, but I can find it in my YouTube studio. Oh, the kids on those bikes. Well, we've been having an issue with these things called teen takeovers or something, where the team they'll organize it all on social medias, and then they'll all show up like at Freddy's Frozen Custards or wherever, and somebody's getting. That looks like a repo man. Somebody's getting their car repoed. Not me. I'm current on my car payment on my banknote. Yeah, they take over. There's like over 100 of them. They ought to just start cruising the mall like we did when I was a kid. Go to the skating rink. Have a teen takeover at the local rollercade. That's where we used to go, was rollercade. That tow truck driver's up there. What's he doing? Is he going to get somebody up there? There's some there's some repo men with their tow truck out there with YouTube channels. Boy, they got quite the following on some of those. A lot of subscribers. All right, I'm guessing their ACs, their central air is not working over here now. I noticed a window unit on this one window that's right at the street. 2 windows down on the side now have window units too. Boy, they got the just regular window units, not like mine are inverter units. They're more like a small mini split, which are way better on your, they're like 30, they run like 30% more efficiently than these. Their electric bill is probably going to be like $600 freaking dollars, I betcha. Especially with that last unit I see down there. That's a monster. That's at least a 12 or 14,000 BTU. Hell, it may even be a 240 or 20 volt. That is a monster unit. The one in the middle, I can't tell. Their decking's in the way. Their deck railing's in the way. But it definitely looks like the newest unit. This is a tiny one. This looks like a 5400 BTU. That's not big enough, really. It offsets the heat a little bit, but it doesn't. At night you'd be fine, but it's going to be fighting in the daytime, especially when the sun's over here beating on that end of the trailer. I also see they always have like a black sunblock out thing, which that generates heat. It's hot on the inside of it. To keep the sun from coming in hitting the windows on my bedroom, that freaking weeds to turn into trees that I've cut down multiple times, I'm just letting them grow. The foliage of the giant weed tree is blocking the sun until I figure out a way to put some kind of awning back there to block it completely. I have an idea on that. Just don't know if I'm allowed to do it, but I have an idea. Making like a little lean-to on that end up on the hill. There's a hill behind me that'll also block the sun from making all those weeds grow. If they have no sun, they don't like to grow as well. Then I can cut it all down and hopefully it'll stay gone. I got a pile of brush out here that's now filled with weeds. It just looks like a mound of weeds now instead of a pile of brush from cutting that crap down. That's what I got a wood chipper for. But I gotta work on that thing. I wish I had a little shop I could work on stuff like that in, because right now I have to do it right out in the sunlight. I have nowhere to work on stuff like that, and there's no way I'm getting it up my steps and inside and working on it inside. Yeah, I've got another weed tree behind my shed, in between the house and the shed. It's taller than the trailer, but that helps shade that building a little bit, because the whole long side of my front of my building faces south, so it gets a lot of sunlight and it gets hot inside there. And that's down more where my hallway is, and that hallway gets a cooking. And there's a 30 by 30 window in that hallway that I've got 1-inch styrofoam taped over it on the inside with the reflective side out, so hopefully it reflects it away. But I can still feel the heat on the inside of that styrofoam. When the sun's beating on it, it gets warm. That hallway gets hot. And I can't believe this thing's been sitting here for this many years where it is that nobody's gutted that whole south facing wall and re-insulated it with way better insulation. And I don't know that I'm ever going to do it. This thing's going to be this. If I did everything, this place is such a money pit. I'd never get my money back out of it, especially with the rise in pad rent costs. I'm paying over $600 a month just for my pad rent. That doesn't include the water, sewer, and trash, which is on the same bill. I think I'm paying $635 a month pad rent now, and I'm looking for trailers and other trailer parks from here all the way out by where my mom and family and stuff is, and pad rent's a little cheaper out there, but it's all around that $600 range down here. Some of them are over $700. Those usually include sewer and trash and water, or partial. And I'm also noticing the free internet and cable that's through Spectrum that a lot of them are offering. Mine's gone. I got it when I moved in, but they took it away. And I've noticed there's one up the road. I can't think of the name of the place that was offering that. They don't offer. I haven't seen it on any of their recent ads, but man, if I find one that's pretty much ready, I don't have to do any work on it. Even if it's only 15 grand, it's basically, I don't have 15 grand just to drop down cash. So you're gonna have to get a loan. So you're gonna be like, we'll call it a mini mortgage because it's on a trailer. You're gonna have your mini mortgage payment plus the pad rent, water, sewer, and trash. It's going up on all of them. Even the ones that are privately owned are even going up. Like the one I'd like to go to out by where my mom lives, it's like 5 minutes from her, a little further from my sisters because they just live a little further out. When I first looked into that place, it was $225 a month pad rent, and I think that included water, sewer, and trash. And I believe they're up around $500 now, and still includes. They also have a 55 and up. It's called Tropicana Village. And they've got a 55 and older community there too. And I'm going to look into it again. But it's just the fact that you got to pay the pad rent and pay off the loan that you're going to get to buy something. And that adds up to more than I want to pay a month. Unless they included the electric. No, I'd ideally like to find land. But land up there, like I was looking somewhere in my mind, you don't want to live there. You don't want to move there. And I'm like, you say that everywhere I look. Unfortunately, I can't. Their property values went up so much out where they live. They all live that it's unaffordable. I don't know how people afford it. Like in the later 80s, we sold a house out there, 3-bedroom, 2-bath, for $32,000, right up around the corner from where my mom lives, and that was just on the market for $190,000. I don't know if it's sold yet. I didn't. I think it did because I didn't. I checked the real estate out there often, and I didn't see it on there. And I had her on the phone. I'm like, hey, I think Grandma's old house, because that was my grandma's on my dad's side. It was actually her house. She had bought a rental, and we ended up having to put a new foundation in it. Literally, they jacked the house. It was awesome. It was cool as a kid to watch. Jacked the whole house up, put it on stilts, and tore out the entire foundation and basement and re-poured the whole thing because it was caving in, and we had been trying to keep it from caving in. They put a beam from one side of the basement all the way to the other to keep it from caving in, and finally said to hell with it, put it on stilts and dug it out and redid it. So that has a very usable basement, and it was on probably about an acre of land, which I'm shocked it only was listed for $189.9, whatever you want to call it. My check engine light never came on today. It's been popping on the last couple of days. It hasn't came on once today. But no, there's other houses right around there that are not very big, small ranch homes. Back when I was a kid living there, one of those would probably sell for like 15 to 20 grand. Maybe 25. And now they want like 250 for them. Same houses. I was just on Google Street taking a ride up around the neighborhood where I used to ride my bicycle. And I had friends that had lived up there, so I know what the houses look like inside and out. A bunch of them are slab homes too. They don't even have a basement. But it's just a ranch slab home. Yeah, a slab home just means there's no basement. It's on a porta. It's sitting on a slab. I prefer to have a basement. Just a place to store your crap inside. My mom's got a basement, but it's more of a cellar. It's not a very high ceiling, and I don't know that there was always stairs that went down there, because there's an outdoor part, like a cellar entry, but not those doors that sit flat on an angle that you lift up. It's actually got looks like a little shed sticking out of the side of the house. That's the cellar entrance. But it's the basement. It's her basement. But there's steps from her kitchen that go right down there. She doesn't like that basement. If there's a storm, she's like, I won't go to that basement. I'm like, the safest place you could go is go down there and get under the steps. It's like, I ain't getting under them steps. I'm like, well, maybe I'll make you a little room out there one of these days in case there's storms, because we keep getting more and more of these severe storms with tornadic activity, more than we ever have. And the way her house is situated, it's kind of got some open fields near it that could get the wind to swoop down right at the back of her house. But she's got 4 very large old walnut trees back there. I would hope would block some of it, take the blunt of that wind without it hitting the house, without tipping those trees over on the house. They're tall enough they might actually hit her house. They're at the very far back end of her backyard. Hell, her yard's probably an acre, damn close, at least a half acre. I literally, her backyard, I could probably build like three townhouses on it, and they'd still have. She wouldn't have much of a backyard if I did that, but she still have her whole side yard. She's got a big side yard too, right in the middle of town. Not kind of like the one up around the corner that they sold back in the 80s. That was on pretty much an acre. It was longer than it was wide. It wasn't square. It was a big rectangular plot, but it went back pretty far. And back then it backed up to a cornfield. Sometimes you saw cows on that field. But I'm heading inside, guys. I'm going to get my AC kicked up in there and try and remember to look up something about my van blowers for the AC and heat. It does it in the winter too when I go up a hill. But I'll catch y'all later. Thanks for watching, hanging out. I appreciate all you and the time you devote. But peace.